What's up guys, Tony here from Simply Spreadsheets. This week we're looking at the XLOOKUP function. Let's start it off simple. What does XLOOKUP mean? XLOOKUP helps you find things even when you don't know where they are in the spreadsheet. It's the simplest way you can think about it. Function and syntax. In XLOOKUP, you're searching for something. That is the lookup value, what you want to find. The lookup array is the data you want Excel to search for that lookup value. So think of it as the lookup value is a single thing that you want to find in a list. So that single thing is your lookup value, and that list of things you're looking in is the lookup array. And then whatever you want to return from the overall data, based on what the lookup value is found in the lookup array, will return the return array, that piece, that entry of the return array. An optional piece of the function is if you do not find a match, you can have Excel return something for you, so a little message. If you don't want it to return anything at all, you leave that blank, it'll return NA. It helps to see a little example of XLOOKUP. In this example, we're going to be finding a student's grade in a list of students. So let's clear out the answer there. And so we have this data. It's a class of 131 kids who all took an exam. The grades they got are listed on the right, and their names are in the middle. Let's say we want to go through this entire list of 131 students and just pick out one to search for. Let's say we're searching for Dave. Using XLOOKUP to get this, whatever Dave's grade was, and we wanted to return it without searching through the list, we could say XLOOKUP, and then we're doing what we want to search for, so the lookup value. Where do we want to search for this lookup value? We want to search in the student names, because Dave is in the list of student names. And the return value, we want his grade to be returned. So what it's going to do is it's going to search through this list here, this column. It's going to see Dave, and then it's going to go to the return column, which is going to be this one, and it's going to return 98%. And there we go. Now, let's add the message at the end here, just so we can see how this if not found works as well. So we'll say student not found. So then, if there is no student name, we would see student not found. Let's move on to another example. XLOOKUP example number 1. Here we have two questions. First of all, we have products, how much the sales of those products were in the account, and then who sold the products. We want to figure out how much the bananas sold for and who sells the bananas. Let's start with how much the bananas sell for. So we do equals XLOOKUP. We are hard coding bananas into this one. We're searching just for bananas. So that's our lookup value as a string. That's why there's quotes around it. And then the lookup array, we're searching in the B column here. We could just hit the whole column in this case. The return array is the C column, and that will give us the price. And then we could say an if not found statement, but let's just leave it at this, and we get bananas are $150 in their sales account. Now, who sells the bananas? We can do the same thing, equals XLOOKUP. We're searching for bananas, so I'm going to enter bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. And then we're going to do the B column again. And the return array this time is the D column, salespeople. We want the names of the people that sell the bananas. Product name is our lookup array. Our lookup value is bananas, and our two different return arrays were sales accounts for the first question and who sells the bananas for the second question. Okay, on to example 2. In example 2, we're thinking like we are in HR, and we have a list of a bunch of employee IDs, and within this list, we need to search up who that employee name is and what department they belong to. So we have a bunch of HR IDs we have to search up just to get their names and their departments. Let's start with I'm going to pick a random one out of this list. So this is our lookup value. We are looking for this individual with that HR ID. So the lookup value is going to be that ID. The lookup array is going to be where the IDs are stored. So the IDs are stored in this D column here, the employee IDs. Now you can also just select here, do Control-Shift down, and that'll also grab all the data you need. Make sure that your data length of each array is the same length, right? So this array is the same length as the return array. So we're returning the employee's name. Same thing, Control-Shift down, and there you go. So that employee is Scarlett. And then as our if not found, we can say enter employee ID in G4. So that way, if there's no employee ID here, it says enter employee ID in G4. So I'm going to put that another ID in here, Henry. Okay, and then we want to also find the employee's department. So it's going to be a similar formula here, equals XLOOKUP. We're looking up this ID in this column, grabbing all the IDs, and then we are returning the department. And then if not found, instead of it saying NA like you just saw, it's going to say enter employee ID in G4. Okay, and then we're going to just enter one of the IDs. And there you have it. We have Liam and HR. All right, on to example 3. If you guys have any questions at all, at any point of the video, feel free to drop your question in the comments. This last example is going to be tricky. So this is taking multiple tables of data. First of all, we have table 1, which is stock prices for a handful of companies, and table 2 is a currency conversion from a certain currency to US dollars. So to start, we want to have a stock to search, the currency to convert to, and then the selected stock's converted price. So whatever stock we want to search, we're going to enter here. Whatever currency we want the stock to be converted to from USD, we enter here. And then O is going to be the XLOOKUP that's going to return the stock that we searched converted to the currency we want to see it in. In order to get this little drop down you're seeing here, this is just for if this was a tool you were building for somebody else. We go to data here. We go to data validation. We say data validation, and this is the rule that I have in place there. What we're going to do, this is the stocks to search. Here's all the possible stocks we can search in our data. Click OK, and then just like that, you have a drop down of all the stocks right there. Same thing for the currency. Data validation, data validation. We're doing a list here as well. So select list, and then we're going to select what we want to be in the pop-up at the bottom. Select OK, and just like that, you have a list of all the currencies to convert to. So let's say we want to do Microsoft to Australian dollars. Okay, now let's figure out how we can create an XLOOKUP to output this. So let's start XLOOKUP. So let's first return the price of the stock in US dollars. Step 1. So we're searching up the company name or the stock to search, and the column that exists in is the C column under stock symbols, right? These match. Microsoft is located there. So that's where we're looking up for our lookup value. Then we're going to return the stock price in US dollars. And just like that, we have the cost of the Microsoft stock, $300. Okay, so that's step 1. We've created a XLOOKUP function in order to just look up the stock price for the stock symbol. Now we need to combine that with the currency conversion. Okay, so this is our price of the stock. Now we need to do the price multiplied by the conversion. So the conversion in this case is going to be we're going to have to look that up. So XLOOKUP, we're looking for the currency, is what we're looking up now. So Australian dollars in this case. And we are wanting to search in the currency shorthand column, matches, right? We have AUD, and we want to return the conversion rate. So this will convert you from US dollars into whichever currency you see here. So now our Microsoft stock, which was $300, converted to Australian dollars, we multiply 300 by 1.36, and that gives us 408. Okay, that checks out. And this is in Australian dollars. Now, the last piece of this is we don't know, we can see here what the currency is, but let's add a little bit extra to the end of this. So what we are going to do is add, first of all, we're going to convert the number into text and make it look a little bit more, make it look like it's a actual currency amount, right? So we're going to add commas if needed and maybe the currency symbol at the end. So we want this to be a number. So we're going to format as a number. The text function, what this does is it converts any number or anything you put into it into a specific formatted text. So we're converting this number now into text because we're adding the currency to the end of it. And this is going to be a number with commas, yes. So now if we do one that's in the thousands, like let's not do Microsoft, but let's do Google, right? You see there's a comma there now. Previously there would not have been. Okay, so we have our commas there. Now we're going to add a little concatenation to the end of this. If you have any questions on concatenation, go watch the concatenation video, go through 3 examples just like this, and explain just how you can use concatenation. So this little and symbol, we're concatenating a space onto whatever currency we selected. Don't forget your last concatenation symbol there. And just like that, we have our conversion. So we can convert to any currency we have in this list. And you can add more, take them away. You even add the currency symbols in here if you wanted to. And that would, then you could put that at the end here and also use that in your data validation. All right, guys, this has been a tutorial on XLOOKUP. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend. This has been Simply Spreadsheets, and I'll catch you in the next one.